Okay, first off, I don't care. Like, if there's strangers or like fans or like people who are like, what's wrong with her? Or like, you're so weird, or like, stuff like that. Like, you need help and you need therapy, stuff like that. It's like, that's already insensitive. But it's like when it comes from someone that isn't in my personal life that I don't like hold value to, I like don't really care. Like it might annoy me, but I don't usually care. Um but when it's someone who's like personal to me, basically, okay, what happened was I got two DMs today from people who I never speak to, who I have no like deep personal relationship with, but like they were in my life, and they like hit me up out of nowhere at like around the same time, and they both are like, "Hey, how are you? Like, do you need anything? How are you feeling?" And I'm like, "Great, thanks. I appreciate it." And like I told them what was going on. I have like puppies, and I'm, working out, and I'm hanging out. And one of them, even after the whole conversation, like letting them know how I am, they were like, "That's all cool, but are you feeling all right?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, thank you." And then the other person was like, just I was like, "Yo, like listen, this is starting to get a little weird. Like if I'm like making you uncomfortable, or making you worried for me, like I really do apologize. Like this isn't something I'm doing on purpose. Like I feel fine, and I appreciate you for looking out for me." And they were like, "Cool, cool, all right, all good. Just checking in on you." And I'm like, "Thanks." And I hadn't spoken to this person, mind you, in like a really long time. So the fact that the conversation didn't go further than that is a little concerning to me. And it's just that on top of like everybody being like, "You're on drugs and you're crazy, and what has she done to herself, and you need help, you need like, don't be afraid to like, you need to seek help." That stuff is so, it's really heavy. It's a heavy thing, and it's kind of funny because I always was the person to be like posting dumb shit on the internet. Like, I mean, for example, I made Moo, rapping about like literally being a cow, and like I got famous off of that. So it's just funny to me that people are in any way like shocked or taken aback by me being bald and having no eyebrows. Some people don't see this as very sexual, but to me it is. I feel like I feel sexy, for sure. But I understand that. I can see that angle of it, but I don't care. And I have had moments in my life where I have not been well. There was a moment where I was really stressed out, and this was like maybe 8 years ago or something like that, a long time ago. Further back, I was like very not in a good place. I've like had that issue before, and you guys would know. Or actually, I was still performing and touring, but nobody could tell that I was going through this. And it's just funny. It's like the second that I get to feeling like I'm free and I feel cool, mother like, "You're not good." "You're not okay." But I'm like, I'm chill, and like I want you guys to not be, if you really have, love for me and you really are concerned about me, I do want you to know that like this isn't like a cry for help or an issue of any sort. This is just me having no hair. And I'm still the same me. I guess the bigger difference now in my life is that I'm not performing and working as much. So I have a little bit more freedom. And I think that kind of makes me overexert in a way. Like I'm like kind of crazy on the internet, more so now, just because I have that time. And I get bored. I get bored now. I used to not really get bored. Everybody, have a good one. I'm out.